For SkullsandBones.com, I'm Metal Mark, honored and privileged to be with the one and only Blitz.
Top of my friend.
Almighty Overkill.
Good to see you again.
Hey, yeah. Well, I'm in New York
Atlanta
now.
was last time, yeah.
Exactly, Atlanta, where you killed it off the Ironbound album. Now, you know, you just released another awesome album, The Electric Age, man. Everybody loving it. The response, amazing. Do you make bad records?
Geez, boy, there's a lot of weight in that question. That's a heavy question. You never go in to make a bad record, and I think that's really the idea. The idea is that you go in for success. I think that the chemistry, I probably even said this on Ironbound, we had a high level of chemistry there. Yeah. And that's just carrying through to the Electric Age. I think there's probably less dimension in the Electric Age. I think Ironbound had more dimensions of Overkill. Yeah. And the Electric Age is really more of just kind of that PowerPoint. You know, it just has just a more energetic, aggressive feel to it. Yeah. You know, as opposed to Ironbound being a little bit more all over the map and kind of fitting together as a big puzzle. One of the things I'm really proud about is production quality.
The production was amazing.
It's just amazing. I mean, it's Loud on 3.
Yeah.
You know, and it's produced by us, but it was mixed by somebody else. So that end production quality came from a guy named Greg Reilly from Vancouver, Canada. Yeah. Who's done work with many different bands, from Sarah McLachlan to Machine Head. So I mean, you figure out there's a guy who understands sound in there somewhere. And I think that's the reason it sounds Loud on 3, is that he understands, you know, what that record needed sonically.
Yeah. Well, obviously with Overkill, there's a signature sound that everybody expects for records, and obviously you try to switch it up every now and then. But how hard is it to, you know, keep that signature sound, but not keep writing the same songs over and over?
Well, you know, I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm saying, you know, how do you do that? Somebody asked me the question. And I think that you accumulate kind of a bag of tricks, you know, that you have like this pantry of things that you can pick from. And it's how you put it together and then how you kind of manipulate each one. Because you have to be able to, you know, we are what we are and we know what we are. So, I mean, if, you know, we start screwing around where we're not supposed to be, fucking around with stuff that isn't about us, I think then we don't have a signature sound. But if we take those bag of tricks and we start manipulating things, riffs, progressions, melodies, it's a fine line between repetition and style. So if we can hang out on the style side of it through manipulating our own stuff and what we've learned, I think that's where that key comes from for us.
Well, yeah, like I said, the response has been huge, and obviously you're here on one of the biggest tours of the year with Testament. So obviously, how's the tour been treating you so far, man?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, we got a great response. This is, you know, there's Testament's friends for a long period of time. And they, you know, they did great with Dark Roots, but there's not a huge amount of distance between us. I mean, we're all kind of cut from the same cloth, and we're all, you know, kind of cousins from different coasts, and in the same scene for relatively the same amount of years. So I think that when that happens, you've both made noise, and now you're presenting this with Flotsam and Australian band Forearm. You know, you really have the opportunity to put the moniker of a traveling festival on it. Yeah. So it really has that much more value. And I think in 2013, when everybody's looking for a job, you know, to be able to come out and see, you know, 3 or 4 bands I'd like to see for the price of one is just good business and a good concept.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome because, like you said, y'all been over years, legends. But the last 2 albums for them were obviously widely appraised, like y'all's last 2 albums.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how cool is it, you know, to see from where y'all came and now both y'all are still huge and growing more and more an audience?
Hey, listen, I know this is .com and everything, but you're going to have to drop the y'all shit if you're going to live up there in New York.
I just moved from Atlanta. I got called out. I did say y'all. I said yo. I said yo the other day, and everybody was like, "What the hell?" Like, he said yo.
I'm joking.
We'll edit that out. Edit it out, y'all.
You don't leave it in. Everybody will know you're doing the interview in New York.
Exactly. It's cold.
You know, the fact that everybody's releasing viable records, you know, older bands, you know, bands like Testament or bands like Overkill is what puts the value in it today. Yeah. You know, and if you know, you don't want to be known for what you did. You want to be known for what you do. Yeah. You know, it's like, you get your ass sucked all day about what you did 10 years ago, and after a while it gets a little fucking old, But if somebody tells you, hey man, I'm all over Electric Rattlesnake, or I love Wish You Were Dead from the new record, I mean that to me is a compliment that that's viable today, and I think that that's the key to this. It's the same kind of understanding, the same kind of progress from these bands, the three bands, and then still viable, positive releases in the current day.
Yeah, definitely. Now, obviously, there was 2-year span before this new album came out. So will we have to wait 2 more years for a new one, or have y'all any snippets of new stuff coming out? Or
I'm not going to do a y'all count, but
is that 2? We'll do it. We'll have it at the bottom, y'all.
There's always writing plans, I suppose, because we've always done it. The idea is to kind of take care of business first out here.
Yeah.
But nobody lets ideas go by. I mean, it's the age of technology. I mean, you can carry your whole life is in your iPhone or your Droid. So there's great voice recorders in there, and I hum melody lines in there so I don't lose them. They may develop into songs later, or Dee Dee, hums riffs or plays riffs and a portable recorder. So we're not physically writing, but sure, the ideas are being collected.
So you're thinking for this year alone, it's just strictly touring your asses off?
I would think somewhere by the end of the year we'll be doing something with regard to studio. And we have the luxury of having a studio in the family. Dee Dee has one.
True.
I mean, and that's huge for us. So, I mean, if the moment strikes, the feeling hits, we can get that done.
Yeah. Well, the new album, obviously the 17th release from y'all, which for any band of any genre is ridiculously insane. So how many more do you see y'all? I mean, is there ever going to be an end?
Well,
hopefully not.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you take it a day at a time. I mean, I always kind of think that if you take the opportunity as tonight's show being the most important show, and I could succeed with that mentality, I'll probably be presented another opportunity. Now, I know I am because there's a tour that's scheduled. But if I still think that way, then I can put myself in good position to succeed. So, will it ever end? Of course it will. I mean, all things end. But the other side of it is that I still want to take those opportunities and squeeze the shit out of them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, very cool.
All right,
we will let you get ready for the show. Do you have any final words to the lovely fans out there?
I count it 4. Ding, 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 ding. Damn. This is Bobby Blitz from Overkill. Thanks for tuning in on Skull and Bones.